He said, all right. I said, let's do a podcast. Let's sit down. Let's get a coffee. Let's just talk about 1, 2, 3, 4. Coffee with the Sam. Got a little podcast. Grab yourself a little coffee and a podcast.
Well, what's up, my beautiful people? What's happening, my freaks? Oh, I'm sorry I've been away for so long. Now, this is not just going to be a podcast of apologies, but I do need to apologise. I've been away for a long time. I've not done a singular one. I think my last podcast I released was with Mr. Hoist Gracie from the UFC, but I got big problems. Well, not big problems. What was happening, guys, is when I got a guest in, that's totally fine. When I got someone sat next to me on here, we are all good, my babies. But when I'm on my own, it's only if things in the world are happening, then we're all good. Now, since then, everything in the world has gone to shit. I even had more to talk about during COVID when we were doing these podcasts, and I was the Lone Ranger, and I was just doing it as a singleton, all on my own. But it's just one of those, you know what I mean? I was just writing my show notes, and I was putting my show notes up in front of me, and I was just thinking, doom and gloom, doom and gloom, doom and gloom, doom and gloom, doom and gloom. And that was putting that on me. So as such a positive person, that was making me like, oh my God, how can I make a nice twist on this? How can I make a funny twist on this? How can I make a positive twist on this? Now, that takes energy to find a bad thing and make it good all the time. And that's how I was really struggling with that. So I literally went to come into the studio, and every time I look at my show notes, I was like, I don't want to talk about that today. And I actually can't make light of that situation. So I was struggling because obviously since the world's gone back to normal, and I hope you are all getting back to normal. I'm back to normal. I might have to do a few COVID tests when I'm traveling, but it's one of those, my babies, my beautiful people. Like, it's just one of those. I feel like that's just become a thing now. Like when you used to have like your jabs for malaria and stuff like that. It's just I might have to do a test to be able to go somewhere. And also with that on top, we've been on our European tour. So I've been England, Glasgow, I've been Amsterdam, then we go Bristol, then we go to Barcelona, then we come back to England, then we chill a little bit. So not just in with the looking at the show notes, I was like, God, why is everything so negative? I have been busy traveling, touring, and seeing the world and seeing the beautiful people of the world. And I tell you what, Amsterdam is an incredible place. Never been before. Going back on holiday this year, cannot wait. The only thing you're going to get there is, though, you got more chance of being run over by a bicycle than you have a car. That's actually, we spent the whole time, I had like 3 hours in the city, but I was working, but spent most of the time just trying to save each other from bikes. Man, I've never nearly been run over by a bike so much in my life. And there's one time I actually wanted it to hit this person that I was actually with, and I saved them from it, but it would have been made the funniest sound. It was like a big bike with a fridge on the front of it, and it would have just made a thud-dum sound, and it went through my head. I was like, should I just let this person walk? No, you can't, Sam. Yeah, you can. No, you can't. Yeah, you can. Played it all in my head, and then was like, I can't. I gotta save that person. So dragged them on the road and saved them. But Amsterdam, beautiful place. Glasgow. Now, I always thought Scottish people were just so aggressively angry because of the weather. We had one day. That was really Birmingham. Because of the weather. We had one day of rain the whole time I was there. Now, I just thought they were like, that was very Irish, like Scotland. They're really angry, and the weather is just raining all the time, and oh my God, and that's why I was like, you know what? I'll let them off. Well, I'm there. Boom. When the sunshine comes in, sunshine on a rainy day. Sam comes in. FC are in town. We bring the sun with us. So I take that back. Scottish people, he's just grumpy. It's angry all the time. No, they're wicked people. I had a right laugh actually saying that story too. The biggest Scottish person I probably could have found, and thought I was going to get my head kicked in, but head of security was there, so he's fine. I was good with that. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I miss you. I miss this. I miss our time. I miss our time in the studio. I miss you guys just coming, jumping on the couch with me, and having a coffee. So cheers to me being back. I have got some guests lined up in the next couple of months, so the Coffee with Sam podcast will roll on again. The circus will be back in town. But I thought I had to start it back off again with this Lone Ranger and stuff. There's me, you guys, and just us in our cult. Our coffee stimulation freaks cult. That's what we're trying to build here. We're trying to build a gang of people that just drink coffee, whiskey and beer at the same time. And just want to bring positivity to the world. That's what we're trying to do here. That's what the Coffee with Sam podcast is all about. That's why I interview some of the most intelligent, some of the most funny, some of the most interesting human beings, some of the most successful human beings. That's why I try and talk to those people. I don't just talk to random people. Like my boy up on the shelf here, Mr. Joshua Smith. He's flying. He's in America now doing the tour that we spoke about, the Choir of Man. And that's why I like talking to people like that, because they have got their idea of what they want their life to be, and they're just saying, that's what I'm going to do. Literally, for the rest of my life. And that's why I do what I'm doing. I'm stimulated now just talking. I'm getting really excited, and I know you guys find it weird, because guess what? I'm just sat in my studio on my own, talking to no one. I haven't even got Captain Kurt here. And if you don't know who Captain Kurt is, you need to listen or watch the Freezer Party podcast, because there's 4 of us now. We've got a studio manager. So the Freezer Party podcast now has a studio manager. And hopefully, if you guys keep watching, sharing and liking this stuff, then we can afford to have the studio manager in for the Coffee with Sam podcast. And I tell you what, it makes a damn big difference, because I'm not just sat on my own. So yeah, the Freezer Party podcast is flying. We've got a light, look. And if you're on the audio, I'm just turning on the Freezer Party podcast light. But obviously, we're not going to have that turned on, because this is not the Freezer Party podcast. That needs to turn off. There we go. We are in the Coffee with Sam podcast, which is the low level, no money making podcast. Look, right over here, no lights. Freezer Party lights, Coffee with Sam podcast, no lights. People say, well, I should really have that lit up, shouldn't I, really? But well, that arm's not good there, is it? Oh, God, I'm fresh to this. Oh, and look at that cheeky little bottle of whiskey hiding there. If you want to grab yourself some whiskey from the Apiarist.com, they infuse all their whiskies, gins, and rums with honey. The sweet nectar of their own honey. I don't know why I'm talking in Scottish. Spent a whole week in Glasgow, that's why. Yeah, they infuse it. And this bottle here, they infuse it with their own honey that's grown on their own farm, and they got their own bee farm. And then the money they make, it's a family-run business, and the money they make, they put it back into the bees, and they put it back into planting more wildflower for the bees. So what an incredible company. www.theapiarist.com. And I even struggled to get news and shiz to talk about on this podcast, because it's still pretty doom and gloom, isn't it? You know, you got the old Ukraine stuff going on, all the UFC news we talk about on the Freezer Party podcast. The only positive thing coming up, but the woke community are jumping on it, is the Queen's Jubilee. It's next weekend. So, like, it's Wednesday now. Yeah, we're flying. It's Wednesday. It's What's Up Wednesday. It's Stimulation Freak Wednesday. It's Get Into the Gang. Live that high life. And next week, it will be the Queen's Jubilee, the Platinum Jubilee, man. I should have done the research. How long has she been in power for? How long has the Queen been on the throne? Oh my God, God damn! 70 years. Born in 1926, Her Majesty has currently been on the throne for 70 years. Oh my God. Turn the podcast off now. Stop the podcast. And there's me worrying that this podcast hasn't taken off yet, and I've only been doing it for 3 years. She's been running an empire for 70 years. Oh my... How old was she? This is really bad of me. I don't know about my own queen. How old is Queen Elizabeth? No, how old was when she was crowned? I know she was young because her mum just died like out of nowhere. Oh no, the king. The king. Princess Elizabeth was just 11 years old when she watched her father, King George, being crowned. Oh no, right there. And on 2nd of June 1953, her own coronation took place. She was 27 years of age. She was 27. I'm 30 right now, and I don't know my arse from my elbow. Imagine having to run a country or an empire. Now, I should have known those facts. And I know we've got this woke nation. I know some people think she's lizard. Some people think she's a lizard. And some people think, what does she do? Why are we paying all this money for her? She does nothing. Okay? Now, I get that. I start to understand it. And I hate it. There's Americans that listen to this. And you're going to be like, oh my God, the English people really think this about their queen. When I went to America, I lived in America. Never talked about it, have I? For 10 months, they loved the Queen. They knew more about the royal family than I did, because they think it's so impressive that we have got a family that looks after the country. They love the royal family. Now, I know the last 2 years have been damaging for the royal family. I know we've got that nonce. I'm going to say his name. Sorry guys, I drink so much coffee I get dry mouth all the time. But it's good. But it's all good because guess what? This is my studio and this is my podcast. So I will do what I want. Prince Andrew, then obviously Prince Philip passed away. And then obviously people are now, the younger generation don't see the point in the royal family. Now, obviously, if you look at it as a business, it brings in probably billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of pounds in revenue, with people coming, like the beef eaters, like the people who stand outside of Buckingham Palace. Now, they're not actually, they are there to guard, but they're still there. Like we would just have military there now, but we keep them in their old school dress and the way they dress and stuff, because people come from America, China, all around Europe and on the other side of the world to see the beef eaters, to see the Queen's house, to see the Houses of Parliament, Big Ben, etc. Now, the woke nation are like, well, it's just a big clock. Yeah, it is. But also you need these structures and this history to create revenue for your country to keep going. Now, we could also get into how much the government are sticking one up us right now, and we're being taxed and money's going up to our eyeballs. But you know what we do? We forget about it because we can't do anything about it because we're so small and we are controlled. We are. We're not getting into that though, because this is not a conspiracy podcast. We'll leave that for getting our boy Mr. Reese back on, Mr. Reese Thompson back on, and he can talk all the conspiracies you want. But back to the Queen. She's a lizard. No, she's not a lizard. I put too much milk in that coffee, man. Milky coffee is just not good. Whoops. She's not a lizard. Yeah. But people say like, oh my God, all your life being paid for, and is this and that, and what an easy job. Now, I get it if you think that's what she does. She just sits in her house and she has an easy job. But she doesn't. She is told when she can get up. She's told what to wear. She's told when she can eat. She's told when she's got to be here. She's told when she's got to be there. She's told she's got to do this TV speech. She's told she's got to do this. She's told she's got to do that. She's told when she can take a shit. That ain't good. And having that for 70 years, from the age of 27, we all say what a great life she may have lived. But did she? Has she? Has she really lived a great life? Like, because I'll tell you now, she wouldn't have been allowed to speak to anybody, because in case she said something wrong and it got out, it was a spy or the media or whatever, so she would have been controlled who she could speak to. She would have been controlled who she can associate with. She couldn't be seen out in a pair of joggers and a hoodie like Your Only Way is Essex stars, and that makes the news. Jeez, that would make more than the news. That would make world news. So she's told what she can wear. She's probably told when she can leave the house. She can't just leave the house. She can't just go to shopping down the spa, can she? She can't just go to the local supermarket. So she's confined to her house, and everyone goes, oh yeah, but your big house. Well, it is a big house, but very damn lonely when you're on your own, innit? Oh, and she's got this holiday home that she goes away in. Yeah, that she then can only spend the time with her family, because that's all you can trust. Or one or two friends, because you can't trust anyone. And you can't go out anywhere. Like, for 70 years, since you've been 27, she's lost. Even when she was younger. Let's forget when she was 27. Let's go back to when she was 11, when her dad was crowned king. It would have been the same. She couldn't have gone to normal school. She could have gone out and done normal things. She couldn't have gone to the cinema when she wants to. You know what cinema was about then. She couldn't go play in the park when she wanted to, because in case someone might kill her. Like, it's not a very good life to live, really, if you think about it, is it? She could have stepped down. So all you woke youngsters, just think about what our country, same with our government. Our government are a little bit weird, a little bit lying, a little bit thieving. They are, and it's only for themselves. But we know they're controlled by higher powers. Same again, not getting into conspiracies on the Coffee with Sam Piacatesto. That was Spanish for podcast. Nunca se la cama matara, but no dojinele panye dojinele, but no shidakara oa. And you just tuned in. That's the Spanish version of Le Coffee with Sam Podcasto. Oh, Spanish people, I can't wait to go to Barcelona. Spanish people, man, I cannot wait. I love watching the Spanish football when they get Busti ragazzi, magam cresam cro Rune goal. Love it. Yeah. Oh, as I'm shouting that, I've literally just realised that we've finally got neighbours that have moved in. Next to the studio. There's people who moved in next to the studio, and I've never had to do a podcast where they might be listening to me. I'm just screaming in Spanish. Rude! Well, not even Spanish, but Rude! Yeah, back to the Queen. So, I think we have to cut her a little bit of slack. 70 years of being controlled. Like, it can't be the best life, really, can it? And she's done as well. This is the Platinum Jubilee, so I'm sure no research. Platinum. What does it mean? What does the Platinum Jubilee mean? The Platinum Jubilee. What does it mean? Platinum Jubilee. It means we get a day off. That's what it means. Not in my line of work. We're performance, mate. We just keep on going. Throughout the United Kingdom to come together to celebrate. Yes, we should all come together. Have a great time. Have barbecues. Get drunk. On this, became the first monarch to celebrate the Platinum Jubilee, marking 70 years of. So it's for 70 years. Oh, okay. That's really bad of me. So am I a woke kid? Because I ain't got a clue what this is. So what are you guys doing for the Platinum Jubilee? Because I'm working. I get the Thursday off. Thank you, company. And Friday we're loading in, and we've got an event on the Saturday, Sunday. So I'm just doing my same stuff. So any cheerleaders that listen to this or dance, Sam's gonna bring the party to that competition, because that's what we're doing here. We just bring the party all the time, don't we? Just get stimulated, become a freak, be weird, keep living. What was I researching there? Oh, I wasn't, was I? I love it. You don't understand how much I feel, guys. I'm like, am I in the mood to do a podcast? Am I not in the mood to do a podcast? And then I'm like, as soon as I sit down and I start talking, I've literally just missed off near most of my show notes, and I just spoke about stuff. But summer's on its way, guys. The world is getting back to it. I hope you're all getting back to it. What's your plans for the summer? I'm having a big barbecue bash at my house, and I'm going to have a big Sam's barbecue bash. We're going to have a big party. We're going to celebrate my birthday. First party we've ever had in the house as well, so fingers crossed we don't wreck it. Summer just makes you feel good, doesn't it? Like, so many people just so much better when the sun's out. So hopefully now there's more sun in Scotland. Scottish people might start being more smiley, don't you think? So yeah, guys, this has been me. I've been back. I've been Sam. This is a quick, short one. I just wanted to get back into it. You don't understand, guys. It is hard to sit and talk to yourself for 30 minutes. But it's Wednesday. I just want to, even if this is you, sat on the toilet, just about to go into a job that you don't like. This is you in your car driving to a job that you don't like, or a job you do like. And what I do is, because it's early in the morning, you struggle to get up, I am your coffee. Yeah, you listen to me in your ear holes, and it goes woohoo, and I just make you smile. And my voice, my horrible, dull Birmingham voice. Yeah, I'm alright. What up? It's Wednesday. Yam, let's do this. It just gets you pumped, gets you ready for whatever you're doing. Or it's night time, and it just gives you that nice, relaxing smile before you go to sleep. That's what I'm here, and that's what I'm doing. Now, I'm going to use this podcast because it's nice, short, it's sweet, like me, fun size, because that's what I am. I'm a little shortstop, 5 foot nothing, fun size, baby. Keep this podcast short like me. And I'm going to use it to announce. I'm nervous. I'm nervous for this. Really nervous for this. I'm announcing my first ever live show. Now, I know this day and age you say live, like L-I-V-E. Is that how you spell it? Yeah. L-I-V-E. Capitals. And you think, oh, what? On the YouTube? Or on the Instagram? Or on the face of the bookgram? No. Don't know why I went Eastern European then. Live as in me and you shaking hands, fist pumping, drinking coffee, whiskey and beer together in a theatre. Guys, I'm announcing my first ever live show, Coffee with Sam and Friends, in a 220-seat theatre. It's coming to you guys, and we are doing this first ever live show in Tamworth, where I grew up. My hometown of Tamworth, a place which for me is known for performance. All my friends, there's a few performance colleges. The school I went to was massive into theatre and performance. I've got friends that have come out of there and they've gone onto TV that I went to school with. Friends that have gone on to be DJs. Friends that have gone on to do stuff on the stage in performing arts. So I've got TV friends. TV friends? I've got TV friends. That's what happens, guys, when you just talk. So Tamworth, for me, I grew up around it. I was a dancer. I was in a marching band before I found my career and I found cheerleading, yeah? Oh, marching band? Yeah. I was in a marching band. That's what you don't know about me. Boom! That's not me. Yeah. I was a dancer. I was into performing arts. I just never had the balls to get on stage. Now I am doing it. And I'm coming live to the Tamworth Assembly Rooms. Tamworth, where I grew up. Tamworth, that I class as an arts and is it culture? No, just an arts town. Tamworth's an arts town. And I want to pack out the Tamworth Assembly Rooms. So you can get tickets. We're doing VIP. We've got 6 VIP tables, which I can tell you now, 3 have already sold out, and the tickets have only just gone on sale. Then we have, I think, 100 and something other seats to fill. So let's get this party started. Come on, let me meet some of you guys. Now I get it. If you're in America or Australia or Japan, people who listen, get a flight. No, don't get a flight. Get a flight. You need to be there. You're going to miss out. That's your own fault. Sorry about that, but I have to do it in my hometown. If we sell this out, maybe we go on tour. Maybe we take Coffee with Sam and Friends on tour. Now you say, what's going to happen with this Coffee and Friends, Sam? Because you're struggling to talk for 20 minutes, let alone a 2-hour show, a live show. Well, we're going to have guests. All past guests that have been on the show before the actual live show is. We're going to have comedians, singers, actors, a very special guest that may not have even been on the podcast, a very, very interesting life story interview. Okay, then you have a Threeser Party segment. There's going to be a Threeser Party segment. There's going to be lights, there's going to be music, and the bar's going to be open. I want you babies to help me. I want you stimulation freaks and weirdos to sell out that arena. Come and get weird with me, man. Come and get weird for 2 hours of absolute crazy entertainment, in-depth stories, and guests. Come and meet the guests that I've had on the podcast that you've listened to, you've watched an hour, 2-hour podcast with. Come and meet them live. I'm going to do it now. This is not even part of the show. If it's someone that you really want to see as a guest, meet and greet, baby. Meet and greet. That's a new part of the show. The guests haven't even agreed to it. It's not even in their contract, but guess what we do here? We just fly through the day. We fly through the week. We are just flying through our life. That's all I'm doing. I'm just flying, baby. Feet not even touching the ground. I'm hovering now. I'm not even sitting down. I'm just hovering. That's what I'm doing. I'm just flying through life, baby. So, the guests haven't even agreed to that. And I'm telling you now on this podcast, listen in your ears, looking on YouTube. If you come to the live show, I'll do meet and greet. Not me, you don't want to meet me. You don't care about me. But I'll organise with the guests. Any guests you want to see, drop the DMs, jump on there, and we will do meet and greet with all the guests. Maybe you want to meet the Threeser Party boys. Yeah? Maybe any of the guests, like I say, the guests that are performing on the night. And we're going to mix some of it up, man. So comedy, singing, dancing, performing, life stories, sad life stories, inspirational life stories. It's going to be a roller coaster of emotions. That's what it's going to be. The Coffee with Sam and Friends live, Tamworth Assembly Rooms, the 2nd of September, baby. 2nd of September. Now, this is really unprofessional of me because I wasn't even going to announce that. It's not even on the list to announce, and I just got so excited about being back that I just went in. 2nd of September, baby. I went in and I just got excited, and I'm telling you now. So if you want to grab your tickets now, VIP tickets or normal general seated tickets, get to www.tamworthassemblyrooms.com. The 2nd of September, Coffee with Sam and Friends live. Let's sell out this arena. I want to have to put more. I want to have to do another day. I want to have to go into a second day. That's what I want. I want to sell this baby out with all you weirdos. And let's just come together and get weird for 2 hours. Literally, please head to www.tamworthassemblyrooms.com. Go for what's on. Search for it. All the way to the 2nd of September and grab yourself the tickets to probably the best night of your life. Come fly with me, babies. Come fly with me, freaks. Come flow with me, weirdos. Let's get stimulated. Let's get inspired. Let's have a laugh. Let's all cry together. Let's get this gang in one room. Sorry. I'm not going to cough down the microphone. Even though I'm in my own studio. I can do what I want. Sip of water. Let's get the gang together. Let's drink a few coffees. Get stimulated. Drink a few whiskies together. Cheers. Let's cheers. Come on the stage and cheers me, man. Get me in the bar after. Cheers me. And let's have an inspirational freaking night. Come fly with me, babies. Come fly with me, weirdos. Come fly with me, freaks. I've been Coffee with Sam. Well, I haven't been. I've been Sam. And this has been the Coffee with Sam podcast. And I have just absolutely stimulated with you guys. I'm happy to be back in your ears. I'm happy to be back on your screens. Please grab your tickets. www.tamworthassembly.com to the Coffee with Sam and Friends live. Peace, my freaks. And I'll see you weirdos in the next one.